Happy Friday, eighth graders. I know we were supposed to be in school yesterday, but the snow day hopefully allowed us all to sleep in a little bit, maybe even get outside and have some fun. What you're seeing here today is the introduction to a mini group project that I would have introduced had I seen you in school yesterday. So I tried to create something to present it to you in an easy to understand fashion. First of all, what is it? Well, this is a project that will allow you to really start to develop your understanding of the who, what, where, when, why, and how facts of World War II, but more importantly, the Holocaust, as that will be our focus for the next 7 or 8 weeks. It will also give you a chance to identify, prioritize, and paraphrase facts surrounding an assigned topic that you will be using to create a presentation to share with your classmates. And ultimately, you and assigned group members will be pulling all of your information together, synthesizing that, and of course, validating what you thought or what you thought you knew about this unit. So I'm going to ask that you begin by locating your name and assigned group in the chart below. So I have first period pulled up here. And again, I divided up the whole B group into one of 4 groups. So find your name and your assigned group. You'll notice that I have a highlighted name for each of the 4 groups. That highlighted name, that first person for each group, should begin by creating a Google slide presentation and sharing it with all group members, making sure everybody in that group has access to it. And then last but not least, you'll want to access the website and locate the 2 assigned articles per person. So Kaylin has 2, Emma has 2, Piper has 2, yet they're all under this category, Nazi rule. Where Brooks will create a Google slide presentation, share it with his group members, where Brooks, he has 2 articles, Taylor has 2, Merrick has 2, and so on. And yes, under a different category or different topic. So once you access the website, which you will see here, it's hyperlinked. Again, I'll go in as though I am in group 1. You're going to go in, you'll find your topic, your assigned topic name. And once in, there is actually a variety of articles. Okay, so first off, Nazi rule. You'll notice there are actually 9 articles, but I realized that for group 1, there are only 3 people. So I actually went ahead and assigned 2 per person. So that means some are going to be left untouched, where group 2, Brooks' group, they have a different topic, Jews in pre-war Germany. So going back, they'll scroll down, find Jews in pre-war Germany, and same thing. There are multiple articles. Some will be left untouched. And again, going back here, Taylor, for example, he has anti-Semitism and boycott of Jewish. So going back here, we have anti-Semitism, boycott of Jewish businesses. So again, it really is a matter of you finding your topic and then the articles. And coming back over here, it will be up to you as an individual today, Friday the 29th. And again, this carries over into Monday. Read your assigned articles. Determine what you believe to be the most who, what, where, when, why, and how information. And of course, you have 2 articles per person. There's going to be a lot of information. You can't possibly present all of it. Otherwise, you may as well just show the articles. So this really is going to force you to prioritize what you think to be most important. What is the who question you should be asking? What is the what question you should be asking when reading? Well, of course, there's no one right or wrong answer for that. It might be who was involved, or who had control, who had the power, who was impacted. Thinking about the when, for many of these articles, you have actual dates listed. So it might be a matter of providing some of those dates. It might be a matter of, organizing the information by dates and then who and what and where this occurred. Again, there's no one right approach. It's up to you to make sure you're paraphrasing that information. We are not just simply copying and pasting. And so in a group of 3 people, for example, you might have an introduction slide. And yes, I will ask that everybody has one. And then maybe for each individual, you might have one separate slide for each of your 2 articles, maybe 3, maybe 4. It's really up to you to decide. And keep in mind, it's up to you to individually plug in your information from your slides into the presentation, edit accordingly, add color, images, and labels. So I did pull up an example from last year just to give you an idea of how you might want to approach this. First of all, here's that introductory slide, which identifies the topic to which this group was assigned and who was part of that group. We also have, this is an example of how this particular group decided to divvy up that who, what, where, when, why, how information. No, you don't have to do it this way, but knowing that you're going to be standing up in front of the class on Tuesday and presenting this information, this might be a really helpful way to go about it. And again, as I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of information. You can't possibly present it all. So it's up to you to identify a way that prioritizes that information, let alone gives you an opportunity to, when you're up standing in front of the class on Tuesday, look at the screen and be able to navigate through your information with ease. So going through here, we have some other boxes. Again, you'll notice each slide has not only the article, but also for which person was responsible. Again, you'll notice that this information is not including paragraphs of information. It's very easy to see, easy to read, easy to understand. Again, identifying it by the article, who is responsible. There's also color. There are images, and it has been well edited. Going back here, when you walk into the classroom on Tuesday, February 2nd, you really need to come in ready to go. That single Google slide presentation per group should have all slides for all group members edited and fully completed. I'll probably give you about 10 minutes up front to, just pull together as a group, see if there's any last minute, I like to call it housekeeping, cleaning up of the document before you get up in front of the group and present. And I do strongly encourage you to review that group grade rubric. And yes, I don't do this very often, but the last time we did this, I believe, was the Utopia poster. It was a single product completed by all members of your group. It is important that you do take the time to not only take responsibility for your work, but communicate with your group. If you're having questions, if you're uncertain about how to do something, communicate with each other. There's email, there's that shared document, that Google slide presentation that you're working in. You'll notice that this project is worth 24 points. Yes, it will be entered as an academic grade, and there are 3 categories. So yes, you will want to make sure that you take some time to look at your facts and compare it against this rubric. Are they well paraphrased? Are they thoughtfully selected? Is it obvious that each person has included information from both articles? And is it clear that you have the who, what, where, when, why, and how information for each article as well? For the visual presentation, hopefully your information is well formatted, well edited. Hopefully it's easy to see, easy to read, easy to understand. Hopefully you've added color, images, and background. And when you're up in front of the class, undoubtedly, hopefully we all can see as an audience that your presentation has been well organized. The presentation of it should flow. And because we're talking about a very serious time in our history, we do want to make sure that we're maintaining composure. This is not a time to get off and joke around. And yes, I understand that we all are taking on our individual responsibilities. So it should be clear that each person has really taken advantage of their own opportunity to contribute to a final product, and there is equal distribution. I look forward to seeing these final presentations in class on Tuesday. So know this, you have today Friday, and again on Monday to continue your work before I see you on Tuesday when we're back in the classroom for those final presentations. I hope you guys have a great day working today. I also hope that you have a good weekend. I look forward to seeing you. Happy Friday.